So this is my bedroom that I'm currently in. Sarah, I keep requesting you. There.
I don't know what's going on.
Neither do I. I think
blurry today.
I do?
Yeah, you look grayed out and blurry to me. Is your camera not clean?
Probably not.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Lots of new faces. I love it. Love it. Welcome to the Crazy Shit Show.
And we have some of our regulars here.
Lots of our regulars. Hello. I saw Jenny. I saw Lasuba. Still don't know Lasuba's real name, do we? I just remember that account because she's the one that said something about Chef Stew and she won't explain it. So we need to, hello, Dee.
And Shotzi, Mary, Chris.
Yes.
No.
How was your day today?
Good. I feel like this is like cutting me off some. I went on a walk right after school. Whoops.
That's always nice with the cat.
No. My daughter took the kitty cat. I got to go by myself and sweat a little bit, so that was nice.
Oh, that's good. Welcome back, Elka. Oh my gosh, what a good show with Doug and Megan.
Love it.
They're always a favorite, right?
Yes. And you know what? Megan kind of explained a little bit more about how she ate.
So do you want to admit to everyone that you thought Chef Stew might have took her down? Or do you want to leave that to
No, I still think that Chef Stew is clumsy and he bumped into Megan and Megan took a fall. I don't think she did it, or he did it on purpose.
So I don't remember the story. Was Chef Stew at that end of the bar? I thought he was way far away from them when she fell. I know Jeff was far away from her when she fell.
I don't think it was a very big spot, and I think she said she was going in to hug Jeff, and she lost her footing, and she had the boots on. She probably had something to drink too, but it's also likely that Stu was just like, oh,
poor Stu gets blamed for everything.
I know.
Take it. It sounded pretty bad though, with her being all scabbed up. I sort of wanted to see it.
Did you hear all that?
I heard you snorting. That's what I heard.
I was just doing everything I could so I wouldn't drop the phone, and I dropped a bunch of other crap. Sorry. Anyways, what?
Oh, I don't know. I was talking about Megan being all scabbed up.
Yeah, she said she couldn't wear jeans. She had to wear a dress today, and it was pretty. It was white.
Oh, it was. Okay, what is the deal, though? Does Jeff and Shane own anything else that's not blue? Shane, I've definitely seen wear other stuff, but it's more like green.
I felt like Jeff wears a lot of blue, but doesn't he wear a lot of black?
Yes.
Black and navy.
Yeah, navy sticks out to me. Out of code, honey, for sure. Okay, so if we talked about Friday enough, that they're sure as hell not ever getting invited back to Magic Castle ever again. Hi, Diane. They're definitely not today. Her saying they're out of code. It's out of style. He ragged on the valet service again. I think Shane ragged on the food. I mean.
Yeah. Well, it was like Megan said, you spent so much time being so critical of people's outfits that you didn't have enough people to help in valet. And I think the thing with the outfits is kind of weird. I don't understand unless they want it to be like exclusive. And so you have to, I don't know. It just seems a weird thing to do.
That is so crazy. It's so vain that he definitely thinks black and navy look best on him. And they do.
They do.
It's 2022 though. And if anything, everything has gotten more casual. Nobody dresses up at church like they used to. Nobody dresses up at restaurants like they used to. Nobody dresses up to get on an airplane like they used to. What is this restaurant thinking? What is this Magic Castle thinking with such...
I think they're trying to like build up the exclusivity or whatever. But it was funny you just said that. I was going by Kohl's the other day and I went through the little girls department and it's all like athletic leisure wear now for kids.
Yeah, I mean, the dresses I used to put my kids in and my son in matching attire for church on Sunday, we would look like crazy people like now. People look tragic. Yeah. That's funny, Valerie. Oh my gosh. What did you think of the hug things? I don't think it was 30,000. I think it was like 50 to 70 a person with drinks. Probably 70-ish to 80 with drinks. And there was 12 of them.
70 or 80,000?
No!
I was like, what?
What do you think, they're in Dubai or something? Hell no. Somebody said, was it really over 30,000? No, they were talking about if Patrick and Cole had their wedding there.
Oh, got it.
It would be like 20-something thousand, but nowhere near that. But Jeff, what is the deal with him talking about this hugging thing? And like he's hugging Jameson for 20 seconds. He asked Patrick and Cole how long they hug on Friday.
You know, maybe he's just opening up like a little blossom and he's feeling like all of his relationships are healthy. And the next one he wants to work on Jameson.
Oh my God, I love that. But he only gave Alyssa a 5-second hug.
Yeah, but they're up to 7 seconds now. Alyssa's a little hard. She's a little hard. She's like Jeff. They don't like to touch. So it's very probably awkward and triggering for her.
Who do you think backs away first? Him or
Alyssa?
Alyssa?
Because he's going to torment her and hold her longer is what I see. And then on the cheek or something weird.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so today is the first time we heard about Chef Stu getting hurt over the weekend.
Yeah, what happened? So did he go to a Barry's class or was he doing a different workout?
Okay, he mentioned Barry's workout or boot camp. Is that a California thing?
It's an LA thing. My daughter's done it before. It's insane.
Okay, because I have heard somebody talk about it, like Dorit. No, not Dorit. Who did I hear talk about Barry's workout? No. MJ is doing F45, whatever that workout is.
I think a lot of like Lisa Rinna's done it before.
Well, shit, if Lisa Rinna's doing it, I want to do it. I love her body. My goodness.
Yeah, boot camp all over.
Oh, so Diane, do we have one here in Texas? Okay, maybe I'm oblivious.
Oh, see.
Okay, very Southern California. Do we call you Frucky?
Frank.
Oh.
They're Houston. New York has it.
Summer House does it. Okay, so why is he saying that Chef Stu is too old to be doing that kind of workout? Chef Stu is 40 years old.
Yeah, but if you've ever been to a Barry's, whatever it's called, it's like strenuous. It's like, what are those movements called where you're jumping a lot? It's high impact.
Plyo and stuff.
Yeah, like if you're doing that maybe once a week, okay. But if you're trying to keep up with the young kids in class and trying to lift something heavier, yeah, all it takes is to hurt your back. Oh, Andrew is a...
Oh my God. The DMs I got for being ready to talk about Andrew. So are y'all already ready? Because I was ready to talk about Chef Stu and Jeff getting along so well, but it sounds like y'all are already ready to talk about Andrew.
Frank works, haha, Frucky is an inside joke. Okay, so yeah, I was so surprised when Shane was detailing that story. At first I didn't understand because I think he said something like, I saw Freund, and then he made it like a little comment, like I think Jeff said, did you talk to him? He said no, and he said, and Scott Anderson behind him. And I was like, what? What does that mean, behind him? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yes.
So who did he text? Did Freund text Shane and say I was out with coworkers and I ran into Scott, or did he text Jeff during the show?
I think he texted Jeff because he said, girl, it wasn't bar hopping or whatever Shane had said. I think it was to Jeff, from Jeff.
Wow. So does that mean that Andrew Freund was listening live, or do you think all of his little rats told him?
I don't know. I was thinking about it. I would think he'd want to still listen because I think he's curious and I hope that he likes the show.
Yeah, but we know one time whenever they called him, when Alyssa called him and said, hey, call into the show, he was working out. So he definitely wasn't listening live, at least that day.
Yeah.
If I knew something like this was going on and he had just told us about it a few weeks ago and nothing else has really been said, I would be listening just to see if my name was said.
Does Andrew have rats? Really? That would tell him?
Oh, that would mean he has fans. I don't know. Jeff stopped following Freund. I looked at that, but Jeff follows very few people, and I really don't even think he was following Andrew. Are you for sure about that? Do you have a screenshot?
I don't know. Yeah, he only follows like 24 people. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust myself here.
Yeah, Jeff follows very few people, and he doesn't tend to, from what I've noticed, he doesn't tend to unfollow quickly. No. Like if he has an outing with somebody, he just doesn't. Yeah. I don't even think he pays attention to who he follows. I don't think he pays attention to who follows him. I just think he's good enough to get on Instagram, maybe look around, maybe peek at stories, but you know, he definitely answers DMs, but I don't think
Slim Shady.
Oh, oh yeah, send me a screenshot for sure.
You know what? I honestly think that Jeff has so many relationships in his life that don't work out that they all kind of gravitate to one another to like console one another. Like, oh, he was a dick to you too. Well, listen to what he did to me. Krista, Andrew, Scott.
But Jeff actually does look at his Instagram.
Yeah, he does. He does. He wants to see.
We can verify that.
He wants to see what people are saying. So he really does look at the comments. He looks at DMs. He does.
And I know people have said before that that Scott, what the hell? Shane answers his DMs for him. He doesn't. Jeff has made that very clear. And
yeah, because Jeff gets a lot of dick pics. And so that means that Shane would be. Did he say that today or the other day? He's like, yeah, I still get a lot of dick pics.
I don't remember him saying that. Oh my God. He probably loves that. It makes him feel young and fresh and hot and skinny, right?
True.
So wanted.
So wanted.
So wanted. Okay, well, I had made a story this morning before the show about how it had been 2 weeks because it was August 15th when Jeff told us about this, and then nothing really much has been said about it. So yeah, Shane I don't really think Shane runs his Instagram. He definitely doesn't answer his DMs.
Jeff's too controlling, and he wants to see it for himself, and he knows he gets some good content out of his DMs. So
yeah, and Shane answers his own DMs, so Shane probably gets just as many, if not more. I hear of more people telling me they DM Shane for things than they do Jeff because they think Shane will give them an answer. So more people tell me that, but I don't know who DMs who. But
right.
Anywho's, so it sounds like the whole shakeup from Friday. I know I was nervous, and so many people DMing me and talking to me about that. All Jeff told us was that they left in separate Ubers to go home.
But even after he said this story, he still didn't clarify. So I don't know if he was just like, he said that he stayed calm, Stu got mad, and he walked away. But did he just say, take your own car home? Or he didn't explain that.
When, on Friday or today?
He didn't explain it today.
Oh, today I thought he explained it so well. Frankie, a guy named Kian is who's making his new reels, and he's amazing. So it's the Irish young hot dude that hangs out with them, and he was at Magic Castle with them too.
Yes.
Thursday night they had said. I was so proud of Jeff because I know on Friday I was left, like so many of us, with so many questions and so many like, are they breaking up? Is this really bad? Is it just a tiff? What's going on? I almost think the amount of information Jeff didn't tell us on Friday was more telling. But it sounds like maybe he's trying to follow his own advice and not talk about shit before it's really whatever. Because the breakup from July 4th, you know, he said shit and then they seemed to get back together within, about 26 hours, if not less?
Yes. And I think the big thing was that because they were drinking, Jeff was like, no, we're not going to talk. And I think that's a great idea because your emotions are higher, you're more impulsive, you say stuff. But I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, that's why he was saying he followed Dr. Judy's advice. And I totally understand. And it sounds like Jeff actually understands. Yes, he's respecting their relationship. But it sounds like Jeff totally understands. And we've all had this with our relationships. It's not one thing. It's like this. and then this, and then a little bit of this. And it was just like, by the end of the night, Stu was like, fuck, are you mad at me or what? And Jeff was like, I'm not even paying attention. I'm not mad at you at all.
But for some reason, I thought he was more pissy, Jeff was. I just assumed he was pissy because they were late and pissy because of the ballet and then pissy when he got inside. But it doesn't sound like that. It just sounds like, you know, he tried to order him a drink. He didn't mean to not text him back. Like I said, a series of unfortunate events.
Right. It was just, exactly. They did go to therapy after the show or on Friday. So I think that always helps, right? Because that's kind of a common person that is letting them know. A gold star for Jeff. I mean, literally, he deserves a clap, doesn't he? Like,
you know what? They
our
need some
growing up. My goodness.
And sometimes they need a moderator. You know what? Our mediator between the two of them. Stu was still really upset. And I get it because Stu, you know, I think in the past, Jeff has kind of given him the cold shoulder when he's not happy with him. You know what I mean? So that's just what Stu was reading into. It was a lack of communication. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved it. It made me feel so much better about them because as you and I have chatted and so many people, that's why he didn't talk about it yet. Yeah, I agree. But I think that's very mature of him to not talk about it because on Friday, you know, he wakes up and they haven't been drinking. They're still probably a little bit pissed. But I think he said he texted Stu and said, are we still going to couples therapy or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jeff also gave us so many details. Like he wanted to make it clear, look, this is why Stu was upset with me. This is why he exploded at me. And I realized right away, I am not fighting with this. This is not a good thing. So I think that shows us that he really wants this to work out. Love wins. I agree.
Yeah, I think that Jeff is willing to put in the work with Stu. I think that whenever they work and, you know, they get closer and, you know, those miscommunications happen all the time. So
yeah, it's absolutely. Absolutely. What did you think about Chef Stu not even knowing what kind of non-alcoholic drink to order at the restaurant? He's like, what do I order then? I
was like, water? Coke, girl? Lemonade?
Coca-Cola? Tea, lemonade.
Yeah, but okay. What do you think their favorite drink is? That Shane was talking about the service was really slow, and they kept bringing a drink over, and nobody knows whose it was. Do you think it was a dirty martini?
Well, that's what I was assuming, but I can't think of what. Jeff has so much chemistry with Stu. That's why he's putting in the work. Oh, I agree. But I did love the comment about when they went to Beverly Grill and they were ordering so much food, and then Jeff was like, I guess we're not having sex tonight.
I know.
Okay, I won't say who, but I did learn something today. You know how we're always talking about tops, bottoms, what have you? In general, a bottom is said to have more like fashion sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that pans out because look at Shane, look at Jameson, look at Stu.
Yeah.
I mean, that's interesting. I just feel like, honestly, with the tops, we're not going to get into this again. I just feel like they're a little bit more, not aggressive, but assertive than the bottom. That's all I'll say.
Assertive is a good word. Assertive is a good word. I would say so. What else? Okay. What is the combination with Leot and Scary Shirt? Why does Leot not come on the show, do you think? She clearly must not want to. Or does she not have a reason to? There's no promotion type thing to do.
That and she's boring as... She came on before with some spiritualist, and it was just real like, Leot's great, but she's not real quick moving. So I think if she was on with Dr. Donna, that kind of fits her vibe. But yeah, she doesn't have anything to promote. They're like filthy rich.
Exactly. They're already rich. But that was just an interesting conversation. Oh, she's not vaccinated. Oh,
really?
That's good to know, Dina.
Not the only one, because I know Jamie Kennedy can't go on either because he's not vaxxed.
Yep. When do you think that's gonna stop being a rule? Because
I don't think it ever will, girl. From this point forward, I think life has hasn't been on in a long time. Misty Pyle hasn't been on in a while, but I think she's busy. She does like 6 months a year. Yep.
Lasuba, you need to tell us a little more about that. She said she's trying to get up the nerve to text Scary Sherry.
How do you have her number?
I know. I'm like, you can't just comment that and think we're not going to notice that bullshit.
And we met Scary Sherry at the brunch. I forgot that we met her. She's a real tiny woman, and she doesn't I wouldn't pick her out and go, oh, that woman is a fabulous psychic. She just looks like a normal person.
When I think of psychics, for some reason, it's probably TV, but I think of them as very extravagant. Who's Scary Sherry?
She's Jeff's life coach, psychiatrist, psychic. And tells the chumps crazy things that come true. I think she's the one that said that Jeff was going to fall in love with a foodie. Remember?
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, Lasuba, you either have to tell us now or DM one of us.
She just got it.
How you have her number? Maybe she's asked for it to use her or something. I don't know.
You know, I would think that he would not want to share Scary Sherry's number because she's so right. He doesn't want her to get super booked up and then he can't have her. Like he wants to keep himself.
Oh, I have a feeling she has him in her favorites, and like he's got a special ring on her phone number.
I think, he has a weekly visit.
Yeah. I have a feeling he listens to everything she says, and she is always available to him if he needs it, for sure. A chump hooked me up. Interesting.
How it goes, I'm curious. I've done that once. I don't like to do that because I'll open up a spirit door and get the devil in me, so I don't do it.
Okay, Lasuba, are you rich? Because I'm thinking she's got to be expensive, right?
I don't think so.
I mean that in a bad way. I love rich people. I'm scared, though.
I would be scared, too. I don't think she's expensive. I think she's a normal person. I just think Jeff honestly doesn't want to share her. I've only done it once, and it was silly. I hope she doesn't tell you something horrible. Like, I'd be afraid she'd be like, you're going to die in 2 years.
Oh, I don't think she would say that to her. But we'll see if nothing's happening to you.
I'm just saying, here is, though, if you go there, they're going to tell you something bad's going to happen.
Yeah. Wow. So Cooking Kibitz this this Thursday at 5 o'clock Pacific. Oh my God. That is going to be so good with Alyssa's going to be there. It sounds like Jameson is about the only one that's not going to be there because he had a previous engagement, whatever that is.
Right. And I believe Lovely Season is theme.
Yes. And so I have already used the Lovely seasoning on some eggs, and it was really good. And then last night I made a salmon that was really good on it too. And it's so easy because you just sprinkle it on sort of like like a seasoning for those people that cook.
Yeah. I love salmon. I love salmon.
Oh, so good. The salmon. It was so good. Your life is scary enough already. Oh, come on. You've got to contact her.
Yes.
Oh, Moulin Rouge. That's right. Moulin Rouge.
Yes.
What did you think of the Jeff Lewis live? It makes him rush and scatterbrained. I know, but Stu has to work. I mean, he's a chef. And I guess those people want to eat at normal hours, right? This fancy family that he cooks for. Well, I say fancy. I guess rich.
It's funny because I always imagine, like, I like to eat early, like 4:30 or 5, so I'm surprised that they do too. But they have kids, so maybe that's why.
Yeah. Well, that might be... It's because he's been on Cooking Kibitz multiple times, and he starts at 5. And then sometimes he leaves. So I think he probably cooks 5:30 or 6. I don't really know.
Yeah. What were you going to ask?
The Jeff Lewis live song that they made. The birthday song. So
Happy
cute.
Birthday, Jeff Lewis live. Still drinking, smoking, take back roads.
Something about drugs, too.
Oh, smoking, drinking, take drugs, and then, yeah. It was cute. Sorry. I try to remember it.
It was so cute. So cute. Wow, so many things. I just thought overall the show was so good. I loved all of the details that Jeff gave us about why Chef Stu was upset with him. He wanted to make it seem very clear that they were good, though, it seemed like. Didn't you?
You wanted to make sure that we all knew.
Yeah. Andrew and Scott, crazy. I mean, I guess they could be friends, right? I mean,
it's definitely kind of crazy that they're hanging out. But yeah, I mean, I think that what night did they go out? Was it last night or on the weekend? I mean,
but Sunday's a big night to go out. When I was single, we did a lot of stuff on Sunday nights. Sunday night's a fun night to go out when you're single.
So I don't think but didn't they go to Portugal? Someone was in Portugal, maybe it was filming something, and Scott was coming through and they hung out one day. Remember that?
I don't remember. On Instagram?
No, Jeff brought it up on the show.
Andrew comes up to Scott's knees.
Probably does.
Oh, yeah. I could never see Scott with Andrew.
You know, one other thing I was going to ask, somebody said something about knees. You know, when Megan was talking about her injuries, she said that her kneecap is like bruised and bloody. But didn't you fall on her back? So, bitch, how'd you get those rug burns on your knees?
Maybe that was something with Ben later on.
Yeah, because I was like, that doesn't make sense, hon.
Oh my gosh. What else?
Yep, they did meet in Portugal. I remember that. I don't think Andrew at all. Got super close to Krista when her and Jeff had a falling out, and now he's hanging with Andrew.
Yeah. Scott must have told him something.
About Jeff? What?
Oh, La Suva. Okay, do y'all even really think that Andrew even has something on Jeff? Or do you think he said that in a drunken stupor and he's just too...
Part of me says he was just being a jerk and saying that, but I think, honestly, he knows of something that he thinks happened. Like if you were looking at the Facebook groups, you know, I know a lot of times they're talking about, I don't know, something about, you know, that old rumor that Shane and Stu got together a long time ago. A lot of people are speculating that's what Andrew was talking about, but I don't know if he was just being a jerk.
Yeah, I don't know. I do feel like Scott better not be kissing and telling. Oh, I could see that going bad. If Scott gives Andrew some insider information,
yeah,
I could see that real bad.
Oh, well, I thought of something, but I'll tell you off camera. But yeah, I think
Camille says, I think he knows something, but made it into a bigger deal than it really is.
Possibly.
I just feel like if you're a true friend and they really are true friends and got really close after the last year, that you should want to tell Jeff. That way he can get ahead of any kind of rumor or squash it.
Well, that's the whole point. If someone not only that, but if someone has said something really negative about you that could implode your life, you would hope that the other person was like, hey, stop, don't say that. That's my friend. Don't, that's not cool to talk about. So there's a lot of, it was move.
Yeah, for sure. Slim Shady. Oh my gosh.
I don't understand.
That's so sad that they wanted to show her the dead bodies.
I know.
Like, no, you don't want to see that. A true friend doesn't treat or speak to you that way, and he crossed the line with me and Jeff. Yeah, Diane. He crossed the line with you.
I'm not sure how he's going to come back from this, but like I said, he's friends with Krista now, and she called his boss and sent a cease and desist, so he likes the drama.
Yeah, and Jeff is definitely the king of second chances. Recycling friends, recycling relationships. It doesn't sound like he's fully done with Andrew. And if you look, nobody that I paid attention to, because I did actually look at Andrew's follows, it didn't look like anyone I recognized had stopped following him. I really don't think they do that kind of stuff. You know, they just kind of know that people have ins and outs of the relationships. I don't even think they care to unfollow someone. I don't think any of them are that petty.
I don't either. And do you imagine how many times they'd have to unfollow somebody because of
and follow back?
Yeah, so it's like, no, they're not going to do that. That's unless it's really terrible. I doubt if any of them are following Gage, right?
Ooh, I don't know. We can't look because since he still has us blocked, I guess.
I know.
It's still so weird to me.
Our names say Jeff Lewis.
But we've never done anything. I still don't understand. Jeff is going to stay friends until he gets the information he wants. Interesting. Well, maybe they'll talk after this. You know, whenever he texted him, maybe he'll talk after this.
Yeah, and they did say they went to dinner a couple weeks ago, and he didn't talk about it on the air, so.
Yeah, exactly. Tamra Judge follows Gage, or she used to. That does sound familiar to me. Well, Lasuba, okay. I'm going to do a poll. We should all ask her to please contact Scary Sherry because I just want to know what she says. I also want to know what she charges. Yeah. Do that. Just find out what she charges for us. If you don't want the information, then I'm still not allowed to start lives. I don't know what's going on with that. He's not invited to most Trump events anymore. Oh, that's right. See, Lasuba, everybody wants you. Is that even how you pronounce her name? Lasuba? Yeah. What does Lasuba mean?
Lasso Ova. I don't think
LA. Maybe it's Los Angeles and then whatever Suva means. Okay, get up the nerve. Yay!
Yeah, we just
too. What did you think about Caller Joe today, real quick, and then we'll wrap things up?
Caller Joe,
small shirt. Shane was into that extra. Well, his voice sounded. He was saying he was starving himself and not. Okay, let's do it. He was starving himself and he wasn't drinking before a show and he passed out.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh my God, congratulations, you are dead."
Only Jeff would be like, "Just sip a little water and you'll be fine." And then Shane was like, "Ooh, extra small." I love that.
I was thinking Jameson too. I feel like Jameson's an extra small.
Yeah, he's little. He seems little. Yeah, for sure.
He's petite. Not as petite as Andrew. Andrew's real tiny.
Andrew wasn't at the Amazon launch party, was he?
The only people there were Andrew and Becky.
And MJ.
Oh, and MJ, yeah.
Like a long U. Yeah, Lasuva. Am I doing it right?
Yep.
Anyways. Okay, well, y'all have anything else? Did we have any questions tonight? You can only see the questions. I can't see them.
We haven't had any questions, but I do want to touch on the music. We had Whitney Houston, I Am Every Woman, and we had Diane Ross, I'm Coming Out. So he had some ladies, divas on. He was feeling diva-ish.
Yes, I love it. Oh my gosh, Andrew sucks. They saw who he was when he went after Shane's guy.
Yep.
Andrew is definitely up to something. I don't know. I just want it to be cleared up. Either way, I think if he does have something on Jeff or that Jeff needs to know, I think he needs to tell him privately like any true friend really would.
I think Jeff will not pursue the relationship any further until he admits to whatever it was, if it wasn't true or not. But I was also thinking he's doing a lot of interviews with big people. Like he did Mark Wahlberg, he did Kevin Hart, and I was like, you would think that Jeff would want to keep him in his pocket because those are people, he has a lot of connections. And Andrew does seem gossipy.
Yeah, but, they were already sort of, it seemed to me, on Andrew's bad side with the whole Venetian thing in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Like that Andrew was upset about that whole thing, so I don't know. Maybe it's over, maybe it's not.
We wish him well. No one reach out to him and be mean. Don't do that, though, unless you want to sit
down. Yeah, no. No, I still follow him. I still like his stories. I've never really commented on his stuff. I don't have a relationship with him. I kind of have a good relationship with all the chunks, but I've never really had a relationship with him. Maybe because I've never met him in person. I don't know.
Will you remind me who's on for the rest of the week? Tomorrow's Lauren Lake and Megan. Wednesday, Brandy Julie.
No, Wednesday is Heather McDonald this week.
Oh, that's right.
And Thursday, oh, my brain's going blank.
I think it's...
Who's Thursday, y'all? Denise Richards.
Okay, Friday.
And then Friday, Zach Noe Towers and Jen Green. So a good show. And Thursday, oh, I'm missing some good comments. Jeff would know. Yeah, Shane. Okay, that whole rumor about
Shane and Stu.
Absolutely not true. No, I will go to my grave. Absolutely not true. I don't think Chef Stu would have any interest. I don't think Chef Stu would go there. And I definitely don't think Shane would go there. I don't believe that rumor at all.
Maybe it was Andrew's the one that does stuff when they're drunk.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, and how do you DM and totally not remember? He was like, I took a gummy, I was drinking.
You know, and I've done stupid things like that too. So I could see myself doing that. But and if somebody told me, I would apologize right away, and I would feel horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe that one for no one believes. Sounds like none of us believe that one.
Yeah.
Fake rumor for sure. Anyway.
I think Andrew was pulling a power move. You think he's a bottom? I think he was pulling a power move and trying to get some
I think Andrew's a bottom? 100%.
Yes.
100%.
He's so tiny.
I mean... I gotta quit thinking of their asses and dicks. I swear to you. I've gotta.
Oh, because he's a tiny guy. Is he a tiny?
He just needs a tiny insertion. Otherwise, it's gonna hurt.
Okay, we're gonna call it.
Are you cutting me off? Bye. What happened?
I got to go to the bathroom. All right, so 4:30. We're doing 5 o'clock every day. Thursday, we're doing 4:30. Do not miss Stu and Doug cooking kibitz with the lovely salt or seasoning.
Yes, lovely seasoning and a lot of chunks. Dina, I don't know if Scott's a bottom. I almost think he's a burst. I think he goes either way.
Too.
What do you think?
I think so too. But something tells me that he would want you to hold him down and just be taken advantage of.
Wow. Okay, tell us how you really feel about that.
Like, that's what bottoms think. Like, they want someone to take charge. Unless you're a bossy bottom. How did we get to this? We were gonna go. And we got sucked back in.
I know. It's so fun to talk about sex, though.
I know. I wish we had more input from our friends out there at Instagram Live. We lost Fluffy, so we can't ask him.
I know.
Tanner will tell us every once in a while when he's not probably fired.
Scott is pretty. I will give you that. Scott is pretty. And we
saw him live in Burbank. And you could look around, like, he sat center stage in the very back row. And I just was like, oh my God, who is that beautiful man? He looks like a prince. Right?
Yeah.
And he loves to be. Yep.
I like that.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Friend.
Well, thank you for joining us. We will see you tomorrow and another good show. Today was so good.
Thanks for coming on, guys. Bye.